Okay, I'm working this 77 XLCR heads here. So I'm not supposed to do any porting in these, but when I see crap like this here, it just pisses me off. So I'm gonna knock off these high spots right here, which will straighten the flow out a bunch. And we'll do that on both heads. This one's a lot better than this one over here. This one's pretty extremely bad. So I'll just lightly clean this stuff out, knock some of the burrs off. Let's do a quickie on it. And unless he sees the video, he won't know I did it. It'll be a secret between us. This crap like this just pisses me off. And I get pissed off easily enough already. Alright, so we're going to go into some big stuff real quick. Get it out of here. So just that little bit right there made a big difference. So I'll clean up a little bit more. This side's undercut over here, so that doesn't do any good doing anything on that side. Just gotta knock off that little sharp edge right there. You know, with a Harley machine, it's where you gotta fix. Got the airflow goes through here nice and easy now. Section it up under there. Go on the other side, we'll get it cleaned up. Knock this off a little bit, knock off some of the high spots. And now the air compressor went away. So we're just going to go knock off some of the high spots in here. There you go, it doesn't take much. Just knock off the rough casting, it'll flow a lot more air. I'm not trying to smooth it up too much, just knock off the heavy stuff. Looks like there's some more way deep in there. I'll go a little bit deeper in there this time. Maybe we'll use a different cutter. See how this one works. These small grinders go in there real deep. A little bit better. I worked on the bottom side anyway. Oops, where'd the camera go? I got a hold of where you can see. There you go. Gotta hold the right direction. Cameras work backwards, especially when the viewfinder's upside down. Alright, so I'm going to knock this off here a little bit on this side. Just going to clean it up through here a little bit. Can't see a damn thing, so put a little light in there. Doesn't really do much for you. Alright, that's all it takes. Around this way. Alright. I just knocked off some of the heavy stuff, so it's smooth all the way around real quick. Doesn't take much to do that. You can still see all the waviness and stuff in there. We're not trying to change the port, we're just trying to knock off the little titties sticking up in the air. And whatever blatantly is in the way I don't like. If you spend another half hour in there, you can make it look really nice to an hour, but we're not trying to do all that. This has a big lip on the inside here, just like it was on the other side of the port. Big core shift on this thing. Let's see, which direction? It's a large amount of crap there. So you can see where I already did it over here on this side. Now you do this whole side through here. Take that big step out, knock off some of that rough casting in there. It's got a pretty heavy core shift here, so makes it pretty bad. Okay, that's more of it. Still in there a little bit, but most of it's gone. So just knock off the heavy stuff. Do a little bit more blending in the very inside edge in there, a little bit uneven. But you just knock off the large sharp edge that's in there. A little bit of a hump's not going to kill you too bad, but a big sharp edge will. On the short side, you be real careful not to cut too much. This is very dull. It's just going to knock off the unevenness a little bit. That's all you need. Just knock off the high spots. Let me flip it around to the other side. Alright, so this side here, make sure there's a big hump right here. Don't get too carried away in cutting it out, just blend it. Don't lower it over back there, just blend it here. Same thing, a little blending right here, knock off this edge. In here is good. You see that sharp edge way up on the seat? There, leave it. You want this seat to be as long. You want a straight section right here to get the air to straighten up before it hits the valve. You don't want to be blending the port right to the edge of the seat. It'll actually hurt you more than it helps you. So you don't want to don't be cutting there. It's something you think would help, it makes it worse actually. This one gives our little more of a flat area. This you can concentrate hitting just a high spot with this cutter. This one here does more of a long flat area. See, it's more of a flat area here instead of this one, more rounded. That's why you go back and forth to different cutters. Alright. So try to blend that slightly there. Took a little bit of the hump off there, so it's kind of a straight shot going in. Stay off that, just lightly blended, nothing care of you. Once I got the cutter in there, I felt in here, there's a little bit of a high spot right there. So you can see I did a little grinding right from the edge of my finger this way. It's actually a high spot there. Now it's more straight through. Even though you don't really see it, once you hit the grinder in there, you can feel it instantly. This big low spot through here, leave it. That big low spot through there, leave it. Don't screw with it. You can't do much with low spots. You can only fix high spots. Okay, that one there is pretty much done. So let's hit the intake, the exhaust port on the other side. Well, we worked on the exhaust from the other side. So that's from this side. And see, it's got the same machine mark issues in there. Do this side of the port first, because we're on this side of the device. Big low spot, not much you can be able to do about any of that. Nope. Lose the bulb. Broken little light. It looks all right. There we go. Fixed it. I use old lights and they only last for a year or two. Yeah, maybe 3 at the most. You don't come across these old lights anymore. These are from the 20s and 30s. They work better than those pieces of crap over there. Okay, this is all low spot through here, so I didn't do anything. I just knock off any kind of a sharp edge that was on there. It's gone. So that's all we can do. The sharp edge is on the back side. The air is going this way, so it doesn't matter. So over under here is what we got cut. And move our camera over. Exhaust port this way. So this here, you got a little bit of high spot right here, a little bit of core shift, a little bit of carbon buildup. So we're going to knock this off a little bit. We are not going to cut all the way to my finger here. We're going to just blend it. We want to keep a straight area in here to get the airflow straightened out. I'm going to use this one for now, unless we need something different. So you just come at the angle you want to be at, and that dictates what the port angle is. If you go like this, it's different. If you go like that, it's different. Hold it the way you want it to be, and it'll cut that way. The grinder don't want to work. It's time to put some oil in it. Yeah, I poured about an ounce in there. Should be fine. Much better. A lot of cutting there. So I cut the hump off that's there. The seat I didn't cut because it's hot. This is low. And then your finger goes right through it now over through here a bit better. Because now that's radiused out. I was starting to cut here on the back side of the seat. That's why I had to change cutters. Where'd my cutter go? This cutter here on the back side starts cutting where the seat is, so you can't keep cutting with that. So you come in with your radius cutter like this, and see it doesn't cut on the back side of the seat. It just cuts where you want to. This one's too big for exhaust, so it doesn't fit. That's why we had to use a small one. It does fit in there. It's in there like that, see? It doesn't get anywhere near the seat up in here. That's why you gotta change cutters every now and then. Alright, that one's good. It's a little bit rough up underneath under the back side. We'll hit that with this fine cutting one. You don't want to really cut any metal out of there, we just want to smooth it, so we use the dull one. Perfect. So you just want to cut all the way down the back side right around to here. Oop, right there. Cut way back here. So even though you go on the back side, you can still, can't figure out where the cutter's at. So you got the port in here, you can come back on the back side, right back here, do some cutting back in here, not just on the front over here. You can actually cut on the back side and smooth it up. That's why I like this shape cutter for that. It's dull, so it doesn't do anything. Okay, that one's good. Clunk. Long-winded. Alright, so there's what it looks like now. So there's your intake flow, both directions. The exhaust, it goes out this way. You can see how it's got more of a smooth air to go through now. Alright, so that little bit right there is probably going to get you about 80% of what you can get for a full port job. The rest is the other 3 hours you spend just playing around with stuff. Yeah, these ones it takes a couple hours to do these decently. The spark plug hole is so full of paint in here. There it goes. This doesn't want to start. Got it to go finally. So the 80% of your power is your valve seat. 80% of the port job is blending that stuff right there in the valve area and lightly straighten out the heavy spot in the ports. The other 20% you spend is just blending it and making it look good. That's on a regular street job. On a race job, you do a lot more opening up, so you spend a lot more time opening things up. But for a street job, this is all you got to do. It'll make a big difference in power. Anybody can do that at home. Well, you need some simple tools like this, that's all it takes, and you're good to go. This stuff is relatively cheap to buy. No excuse why you can't do it. These big electric things work great on cars where you're doing big, long-ass straight ports, but for motorcycles, these suck. These big long ones are hard to work with. They're better than that other piece of crap. These little dinky ones are very movable. You can move them all over the place. And they suck right inside of a port pretty deep. You go right on in there, see, bury that thing in there. Okay, so this is at the wrong angle for what I need. Yeah. It's the correct angle for exhaust. We'll just do the exhaust. Doesn't matter where you start. Put your finger and feel what you got to do. You can stick this in there without turning it. Just go back and forth like that and kind of feel the port. Kind of let you know what you got to do. You don't have to see what you're doing. Most of it I can't see because I'm looking at this angle right here. This is what I see. I am not seeing all that what I did inside there. I just let the grinder tell me where it's going to cut. See how it's not cutting here because it wasn't a high spot. I can feel the port was relatively round, and it is. Now it's a lot smoother because I knocked off all the burrs and high spots. That's casting crap. Alright. Turn this one position. Doesn't make much difference on the exhaust. I'll get to the intake though. Rotate the head and cut as you go. Look at this crap up on here, how rough that is. It slows down the airflow. The basic shape of the port's okay. Got a little bit of a hump right there also, but no big deal. Most of the flow's on the bottom here anyway, not up here anyway, so we'll knock off that high stuff. So just cut off the big crap. Don't worry about the small stuff. Okay, high spot gone. All that roughness is gone. Went all the way deep into there, all the way up to my finger almost there. I'll have to work on this other side from the other side. And the sharp edge here, so I'll knock this deburr this off a little bit. So right here on my thumb is I didn't do much cutting yet, so when I get around to that side, I'll trim it just slightly. Takes that sharp edge off and I'll cut myself. Okay, so rotate it around to clean up this one little area right here. It's probably a low spot I don't get to anyway, but we'll see. all those low spots. Knocking some of the burrs off. All I was doing. Especially up on the short side up under here. Way deep in there, all the way up in there is where I was cutting. So when you flip the head over, that's right here, and this where my finger is underneath here. Alright, let's see, where did we leave off the intake? The intake, we haven't done anything yet, so let's go work on that a little bit. Now you can see the bad area. So you see all the rough casting, mismatch right here. So blend it from there to there. Stay off way in there, stay off all that crap. Just knock off the roughness, but don't cut it. Here we got a big low spot, so that's not going to matter. You can see how it's low under the seat all the way in there deep. Can't do anything about that either. But we can do something about this crap right here. We can knock that off. That's good enough right there. Knocked off the high spot. The low spot's there, I don't care. And now I'm going to switch over to my other cutter. This one, so I can come in here and do more smoothing. And they're deeper, you can't see either. You stick your whole porting, you can't see much. A lot of porting is done by feel. And listening. You can hear the spots when you hit them with the grinder. Shot now. A little bit of a hump here, but I don't want to take that away because that's all low through there. Got to make the floor worse on the other side. Leave walking here. Can't do anything about low spots. Cut out high spots. Not much to do over here. This is all low. Got a little bit of a high spot right here. The port's already fairly good shape all the way through, and the shape's not too bad. Just gotta do a little blending from here down to there. Knock off any high spots. Even this surface isn't too awful bad. That's all we gotta do. Can't see with that cutter over there. My grinder. Where'd the grinder go? Yeah, can't see nothing this way. Have to deal with it. Alright, that's all you can do on this side. It's had a lot of heavy work, that's all you're going to get. So I knocked out the high spot there a little bit. You can see the low spot right in front, but the port's kind of shaped like this. So I'm just making it flat. I'm not worrying about that low spot right there. This here's all low through here, so we're leaving it. Okay. Up under here kind of sucks too. There's a big hole where my thumb is up under there. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But not much I can do about it. It's a big hole. It's a low spot. Okay, the exhaust over here. That's all low through there. A little bit of a high spot right where my finger is right there. Kind of a bad angle here, but it is in a vise where I can get to it. Good enough. See where the high spot is right there. Big low spot. I can do some cutting from this angle, but I'm on the wrong side of the head to do that. Okay. Back over here the other side. Alright, let's see where I left off at here. A little bit of intake to do right here. Not much. Ooh, blinds me. So this is the spot right here we'll knock off right next to where I was already grinding. Use the ball end on that one, this one, so I can get in there. There, now I can see it. So you can see how it's got a sharp point here. So I don't want to cut where my finger is, but I want to cut down here where this part is. This sharp edge in here, you got to kind of leave it. I'm going to take just a little bit of it out. It's going in an angle like that. I want to go straight. Same angle that the valve is, but I want to cut in at the angle like that. That'd be bad. All right. Like an eighth of an inch to remove out of there. It's a big high spot. it's getting ground. Okay, so you can see now I got a big trough going through here. So you can run your finger right down through here, around the circle, and out the hole. Let's see, we left as much as we could up in here. I cut straight that way, so that took off that triangle edge that was in there, which also opens up the cross section a little bit, which will help the flow. And I could cut more of this out of here, but for a quickie job we're good. So at least now the air can flow out the outside of the valve guide. Before it wasn't doing much. Alright, I think we got everything we want on this head done. Feels good. Quick look at this. Okay. Should we cut everything we want to cut? Looks good. Exhaust will actually flow a bit of air out the back, out through there now a little bit. You can see we're looking through this way. You can see that spot through here where I really opened it up through here. You actually flow around the whole valve guide on that spot now. You want to try to get equal flow around the valve guide. That's what you're shooting for anyway. Get the whole port to work, not just half of it. Alright, so that's about it for this one. At that angle. Alright, so we got it roughed in. Alright, so that'll help that out a lot. You have to see how long the video ran. That's how long it took to do that job. I think about 45 minutes maybe, I don't know. Alright, so that's the cheapest port job you'll ever get, but that'll do a lot of work. It's even cheaper to have because it's free. Alright, that's it for this. We'll be back.